Hello you guys, it is Black Anime here with another Black Anime video. Don't you worry, I'm still here, still kicking strong, just preparing for Anime Expo AX. And while preparing for this, I thought, hell, I should help you guys prepare. Now I know this video is late. If it was earlier, I would talk about hotels for almost 2 pages, but because of the timing, I'm not going to talk about hotels that much. I'll explain that here. Now, you guys know me. I don't ever do scripts. At most, I'll have a web page open where I can see the names of the characters. That's it. I like to just be real most of the time, you know. I never do scripts. This is the first or second time that I've had a script in hand. This is a script, not word for word going to be read from this. But it's just to help me give you guys pointers that are important that I cannot forget. So, here is your Anime Expo Advice 2017. Now, this is mainly towards Anime Expo, but it will help you with a lot of other expos as well. There are several big parts we're going with. There's hotel, expo info, cosplays, money, and then unspoken rules. Now, there is a lot more to go into an expo if you need help with any of those parts, whether it's deciding to fly or drive or whatever. Feel free to comment below, and I get back to all my comments unless I don't know the answer to your question. Then I will comment letting you know that I do not know the answer. So, let's jump right on board. First, we're going to talk about hotels. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you haven't booked a hotel at this point, you're probably not going to get one on the hotel block. I went on there today. There's a lot of black days. There are some rooms available for certain days, but there's a lot of black dates. So, if you haven't gotten a hotel yet, your best option is to get a farther hotel and then Uber to the expo, or hope that farther hotel has a shuttle to the expo. But during this time, it's still going to be pretty expensive. That's why when you go through the hotel lobby, you get a discount. During summer, normally hotel prices are pretty high, especially in Los Angeles. Moving along though, next we have Expo info. Now this is just info based around the expo, whether it be, you know, when it starts and all that stuff, because there's a lot of interesting things that you should know about this. Like this year, the expo has added an extra day to the roster on June 30th. But this day does not include the Artist Alley or Exhibit Hall, so you cannot purchase items this day. But it will still have panels, it will still have events, and it will still have screenings, it will still have, it's pretty much every other day, it's like every other day of the expo, except it doesn't have the Artist Alley or Exhibit Hall. That's the only difference. Now, if you're not a Premier Pass member, Premier Pass members get to go to this day for free. If you're not, it is $20 extra. I would buy that through the website, just so you don't have to buy it in line during the day. This takes place, like I said, on June 31st, so technically the expo has pushed everything back, if that makes sense. So if you know what day 0 or -1 was, I've talked about before in other videos. Day -1 is the day where you pretty much wait out in line before day 0 to pick up your tickets. This year they pushed it all kind of back, if that makes sense. Day -1 is now the day you pick up tickets, so you'd want to wait in line on day -2. Day -1 being June 29th this year is the day you could pick up tickets. It's a day just dedicated to ticket pickup. And then June 28th is a day that you would wait in line if you have regular passes. But if you're a Premier fan, your ticket should come in the mail if you order it before, I believe it's May. I may be incorrect on that. They always change it. But if you've ordered your ticket at this point, which is March 20th, I guarantee you that your ticket will come in the mail. Next, let's talk about the expo. What days is it? It is July. It's officially July 1st through July 4th. If you want to count that extra day, like I said, it's June 30th to July 4th. So if you book a hotel, you want to probably book it for June 29th until July 5th. Now, there are several passes for this expo. Now, if you haven't bought your pass yet, you're going to be spending higher prices. Like, at one point, I'm pretty sure the regular 4-day pass was at $50, but now it's all the way up at $80. But let's talk about this for a second. There's premiere passes. Those are sold out, just so you guys know. Don't be rushing to the website hoping to get a premiere pass. This is the reason why I'm going to the Expo myself this year. So if you're a fan of mine, you want to hang out, I've already been talking to some people on the Anime Expo page on Facebook, the fan page. I've been talking to some people, and they want to hang out. I got some fans who want to hang out with me. If you want to hang out with me, don't be afraid to comment on my video or find me on Facebook, message me, and be like, hey, let's hang out during the Expo, because I'm looking for people to hang out with this Expo. Please have a premiere pass, though. I'm not saying don't hang out with me if you don't have a premiere pass, but I'm looking for people with premiere passes so I can do stuff with them. Now, continue on. Premiere passes, if you go to the website and you happen to see that they are available, they are $450, around that after tax. I don't remember the exact price, but I can tell you it's $450, around there. That's after tax. Now, there's also a regular pass, which is a 4-day pass, which is currently $80 until May 1st. That's when it bumps up to $90. It's the same way for I'll explain it for a second. I'll explain it later. Then you have the 1-day pass. Now, I don't suggest anyone buy the 1-day pass. It's a ripoff unless you are guaranteed to only go for 1 day, and there's no possible way you could go for 2. It's a ripoff. It's $50, and it will turn to $55 on May 1st. Meaning, after tax, you're probably spending about $60 on it. That's for $20 more. You could be get a 4-day pass, which will guarantee you all 4 days entry. If you realize, I could go another day, you buy another one. That 1-day pass, that's $100+ spent when you can just get one for $80. Now, I know some of you guys might be like, I have kids, what am I going to do? There are children passes, actually. Children passes for ages 14 through 17. Now, this is all 4 days. Is going to cost you... Where is it? It's going to cost you $25. Yes, $25. No, it can't be right. Give me a second, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to do some YouTube magic. Sorry about that, you guys. I just had to check my info. I was wrong. So the kids passes ages 14 through 17 are the same price as the regular passes for 4 days. It's $80 until May 1st, and then it becomes $90. But if you have a kid between the ages of 6 through 13 for a 4-day pass, it will cost you $25. And if you have a kid between the ages of 0 to 5, they will let that child in for free. This Expo has a lot of things for you guys to do. This is what we're going to talk about next, is what you can do at this Expo. Now, I wasn't able to put down everything because it all hasn't been confirmed on what they're going to do. I know they're going to add stuff and whatnot, but they have a ton. They have, for example, the exhibit hall where you can pick up anime goods, something as basic as an anime keychain, but something as big as a rare figure that they've only made 100 of. You can literally almost find anything at this Expo in the exhibit hall. Next, we have the artist alley, where artists make things. Regular people like me and you make things and sell them at the Expo. The items range from something as simple as a handmade plush all the way to a handmade, hand-painted portrait of some sort of anime-related character. Then there's lots of other things, like concerts with bands from Japan that played in the intros or outros of your favorite anime. Panels where you could meet and possibly even ask a question to your favorite voice actor, your favorite artist, your favorite creator. Premieres of movies, anime series, whatnot. Last year, I've been to several premieres at AX. I went to the premiere of Little Witch Academia 2. I went to the premiere of Sword Art Online 2. I've been to several premieres at the Expo. They premiere a lot of good stuff. I actually saw your name last year at Anime Expo. So if you guys want to see premieres of stuff, go check them out at this Expo. There's a lot more that's still there that I haven't mentioned. There's manga lounges, there's maid and butler cafes. There's a lot of fun stuff happening at this Expo. So if you're going, good. If this video is trying to convince you to go, I hope you decide to go. Next is cosplay. I want to talk, now I'm not going to tell you who to cosplay. I'm not going to tell you how to cosplay. Cosplay whoever you want. If you enjoy cosplaying this person, don't worry about the way you look. Just enjoy having fun. That's all I have to say about cosplays. About my opinion on what you should do with your cosplay. But now we're going to talk about packing them. Now there's a lot of ways you could do this. But the way I'm going to explain it is what I consider the best way. Now, you go dry cleaners. They have those zip bags or they have the clear bags. Get that for your cosplay. Do not put your shoes with your cosplay. That can damage your cosplay a lot. Now, depending on how you're getting there to Expo, if this is by car, then I'm going to explain it. I have no clue about plane. I don't fly there. I've never flown to AX. So this is what I have to say about that. Make sure, if you can't hang it up on one of the hangers that you have in your car or something, or one of the armrests, the hand holder things, or whatever you want to call that in your car, because you have people in there or something, lay it on top. Make sure all cosplays are on top of the suitcases. Now you might be asking, hey, I have props too. What am I supposed to do with the props? Well, depending on the size of the props, I would suggest a bin. You know, one of those enclosed bins with a lid that pops open or whatever. Put it in there for the smaller props. And if you have bigger props that you really want to take care of, I would wrap them in a towel, put those on top of the luggage, and then put the cosplay on top of the luggage, unless you have enough space in your vehicle. Now, if you have a truck, do the same thing. Just wrap it up and put it in the bed of your truck, and you should be good to go to the Expo with your cosplay. I also suggest bringing some kit. Now, I didn't write this down, I just thought of this, but bringing a kit to always keep up with your cosplay. Duct tape, extra paint, sewing, needle and thread, cleaning supplies like the Tide to Go sticks, so if you spill on your cosplay or something, just stuff to prepare if your cosplay gets ruined. I'm pretty sure they have a cosplay repair area, but it costs money. So speaking of money, let's talk about how to save money and how to manage it. That's probably the hardest part of this Expo. Now, personally for me, I go there and I see something I want, like I spend money. But I'm gonna tell you how to save your money. I wrote down several steps for this. Now, first off, first step, don't use the ATMs at the Expo. They charge a pretty hefty fee to get money out of your account at the Expo Center. They can do that because they know people are going to use it. Next step, and I'm sorry about the length of this video, but I'll get whatever. Next step, you guys, that you got be very cautious of is if you're going to like a maid cafe, you're going to a butler cafe, a concert, something that requires you to buy a ticket, do it online before you go to the Expo. It lets you know how much money you have at the Expo, and then it's also, you would get a better spot for the concert. Me and my friend Nick, for example, and my friend Jeremy and my girlfriend Brittany, we went there. We went to the Expo last year and saw the Cowboy Bebop concert and met the cast. Really cool. Didn't wait to buy our tickets until 2 days before the concert. Big mistake. We were stuck in the back. Still enjoyed it, but wish I could have gotten more closer. So do that before you go to the Expo. Let you know how much money you have. Next step, decide how much money you want for ticketed events and whatnot. Decide how much money you want for merch and how much you want for food, and then bring that all with you, right? And split it into how many days you're going to. Now, like I said, the extra day they're having doesn't have all that stuff where you need to spend money, so you don't need to worry about dividing out that day. You just need to worry about dividing 4 days or however many days you go. For example, if you bring $1,000, you don't want to bring it all in one day or all with you at once, because for one, if you lose your wallet, all of that money's gone. Okay, so I suggest leaving some in the hotel room safe, in your vehicle, somewhere where you know it's not going to be messed around with. And then split it up, like I said, for each day. If you have $1,000, you go to the expo 4 days in a row, that's $250 per day for the expo. Now, I'm bringing more. I'm not going to tell you guys the exact amount I'm bringing. If you find me at the expo, maybe I'll tell you. But I'm bringing a lot of money with me, so I have to be very cautious with how much I'm spending and whatnot. So, moving along. Next step, decide how much you want to spend on food a day and where you want to spend it on food. Don't do it at the expo. That's all I have to say. I've been doing that every year, and I hate myself for doing it. I tried to do it a very small amount. I've only done it once every year I've gone, because it's so expensive. Snickers bar there will set you back $8. That's how expensive it is. A decent meal, so like a rice bowl and a drink, will send you back probably around $15. It's very, very expensive. So I highly suggest and try to avoid the food trucks. Now, depending on your hotel situation, you could just buy food from Walmart, which is what I'm going to do, and put it in my hotel room, so I can just walk back to my hotel when I get hungry, eat, and then walk back to the expo because I'm close enough. Or for those who have shuttles, you could do the same thing. Shuttle there, shuttle back. Or Uber there, Uber back, just depending on how bad you want to eat. Now, if you have the money that you could just blow at the expo, you have money that you could just go to the food trucks, do that. But if you don't, if you want to get every penny out at the expo on merch, on art, on concerts, on events, don't buy money from the food trucks, don't buy money from the expo center. Now, the biggest way to cut down price. Now, I'm not saying invite friends to give yourself a discount. Invite them because you enjoy their company. Invite them because they want to go. But if you bring friends, hotel and gas for whoever's the driver or whoever got the hotel is cut down. You bring one person, it's in half. You bring another person, it's in thirds, and so on and so forth. Now, don't overcrowd hotels. That's very bad. I'm not going to lie. I did that last year. Big mistake. I will never do it again. The people weren't bad. It was just not enough room in the hotel room, for one. And then things were just always messy because everyone's stuff was everywhere, and there was nothing we could do about it because there wasn't enough space. So don't overcrowd hotel rooms. Now, let's talk about one more bonus actually for you guys. Bonus way to save money. On the last day of the expo, the exhibit hall, the merchants, the store owners, or whatever you want to call them, do not want to bring home all that stuff with them. So they are normally price down everything. You could bargain with them. If they say no, though, you take it as a no. But some things you could get really good deals on. My Haiku collection over there, I got two. I got buy one get one free on two of them because it was the last day of the expo and the person didn't want to bring all that stuff with them, you know. So I got really good deals like that. You gotta look for those deals too. Now, next step. This one's almost the most important to me. And I think this will be most important to lots of people at the expo who see this video. The unspoken rules. Now, there are lots of rules that should be obeyed that are common sense. You know, if you're going to cough in your hand or cough in your elbow or whatever, don't spread germs. Always wash your hands, whatnot. Common rules. So those are basic rules that should be obeyed. But these are some that some people, just for some reason, never get every year. And I see it and it bugs the hell out of me. Shower every day. Do us all a favor. There is over 100,000 people going to this expo, all slammed into this expo center. You need a shower. If you don't, it's just going to stink up the expo and it just gets gross. But showering's not enough. Make sure you put on deodorant every day too. I don't care if you sweat a lot and the deodorant dissolves quickly. You go back and you put on another coat. Ask before you touch. Don't just say, can I get a picture with you, and then wrap your arms around someone or pick them up or something. Or be like, oh, I'm cosplaying this character. Oh, there's another character I know. I'm going to run up and give him a hug or something. No. Ask before you touch. Always. Ask before you take pictures. Now, there is a special case where you don't have to ask. And this is my opinion. Some people still think you should ask. But if there is, like, I say, 5 or plus people taking a picture of this person already, I don't think it's going to mean harm if you jump in and take a picture of them. But make sure if you take a picture of someone, you always compliment them. Thanks for the picture, and your cosplay looks good. Or something like that around those terms. Don't bother cosplayers if they seem like they're busy, if that makes sense. If they're eating, if they're on a phone call, if they're in the bathroom, something, or if they seem like they're in a rush or something, don't bug them for pictures. Perfect example of this, last year, I was eating, I was cosplaying, Simon from Durarara. I was eating. The guy asked me, hey, can I get a picture of you? And I was eating. I was sitting on the floor. I was comfortable. I was leaning against the wall. And I was just snacking. And yes, I know it's not a lot of effort to get up and make a pose, get a picture, and be on my way. But, I told him no. And he said, please, and kept begging and begging. Don't pasteurize the cosplayers. If they say no, they say no. Yes, I know it's stupid. They dress up and they don't want people taking pictures of them. But still, if I say no, it means I'm either busy and eating or trying to relax or something, or I'm just not in the mood for a picture right now. Understand that. Move along. Don't beg for pictures, Another rule. No saving spots in line unless the person was there and had to rush to the bathroom or something. And I mean lines or seats in events or panels or something. Don't be that douchebag who's like, oh, my friend will be here in a little bit. I text him. He's on his way. Just accept that people are already here. People are already ready to take that spot. Just give it to them. Unless, like I said, your friend's going to the bathroom or something. And he was in line previously or was in that spot previously. Now, I told you about bargaining in the exhibit hall. Don't do it in Artist Alley. You might be asking why you said it was okay. Well, the difference between the two is these guys Exhibit Hall purchases the items and then sells them. Artist Alley, they make their items, they package them, they put them all in their vehicles or on a plane or whatever, drive or fly all the way to Los Angeles, unload them, set up their booths, do all of that stuff by themselves, and then put the stuff that they made for sale. They made them, they put lots of time, lots of effort into getting there to sell them. And to have you bargain with them or try to get them to lower their price is not okay. It's just disrespectful. That's just my opinion. Some people might be like, oh, you're a little bit too sensitive about this, but it's just how I feel. If you're going to this expo and, it's one thing to do that to someone who buys the items and then resells them. It's a whole other thing to do that with someone who makes the item from scratch and then tries to sell them, Moving along. Watch where you're walking, okay? Now, I've been hit in the head with props. I've been bumped into. I've been shoved. Last year, some guy was running through the halls and bumped into me and actually tore the packaging open on a box that I did not want open. Or 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So, I got some Fate Zero figures that, you can't game. And he opened it by slamming himself into me, and it was no longer mint condition now, so I couldn't keep it in the box anymore, which bugged the hell out of me. And he just ran off. He didn't say sorry or anything. Just watch where you're going. There's over 100,000 people here, walking around doing their thing. Let's make it enjoyable for anyone. If you do happen to bump into someone, apologize, Don't be a snob, bump into someone, look over and see who you bumped into and walk away like an asshole. Okay, so now we're at the end of the video where I want to talk to you guys about something. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to this expo by myself this year. I don't have anyone to go with because I have a premiere pass. To go with someone with a regular pass while you have a premiere pass is pretty much leaving them behind at every event, every panel, every concert. Whenever you go to the premiere lounge, you on day one you get an hour and an hour ahead entry on everyone else. Just be careful about not be careful, my bad. I'm just saying I would like someone to hang out with. Like I've said, I'm not going to say their names. I didn't ask for permission to say their names. But on Facebook right now, I'm currently talking to several people who want to meet up with me and hang out with me for a bit at the expo. And I'm completely down with that. So don't be afraid to hit me up. If you're looking for someone to convoy with or whatever down to the expo, let me know, because I will be driving there by myself this year. 12 hours alone. It's a lot of myself thinking. So once again, you guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this expo, comment below. I will do my best to answer them. I will do my best to reply to all the comments. Don't worry, I'm not gone. Today I'm spending the day making a ton of videos, so you guys always have videos. I would like I said before, I would like to be uploading at least twice, maybe 3 times a week. So once again, thank you for watching. Black Anime out.